disappointed coming out of Mellon, like, and when were you thinking about getting a PhD when you were a sophomore, or when you started thinking about getting a PhD?
I wanted, as soon as I had like my first Black women professors, my freshman year, first semester, I was like, oh, like, I want to be like these ladies. Like, they're so beautiful and kind-spirited and nice, and like, they're so smart. Like, when I was a little girl, like, I remember people had asked me like what I wanted to be when I grew up, and I just said I really wanted to be really smart. Like, I didn't care what it meant. So in the old world, I guess the pre-coronavirus world, when I applied to graduate school, I, believed that the PhD was the route to becoming the smartest version of myself. And that's not the case. That is just so wrong. Like, no. Actually, it was going to actually like slow me down, which is part of the reason why I literally felt like I had to escape, because I was like, I don't need to know any of these ignorant opinions, because I've worked my whole entire life to understand different people. I've worked my whole life to like accept other people for who they are. And like Western concepts of like historical progress, history in general, is not something that is rooted in reality, and then also rooted in decency or really anything. I don't really know what it's for. I mean, well, it's to legitimize, an imperial state, really, and that's ethically not appropriate at all.
Wow. That's a lot to unbox. So let's go from, like, how did you even apply to a PhD? What resources did you use, and what made you decide to go to UC Santa Barbara?
Yeah, Santa Cruz, but
my bad.
oh no, it's right. I mean, whatever, but well, not whatever, but through Mellon, Mellon definitely kind of laid out like the blueprint very beautifully. And at our summer institute, like, I took all the notes and all the lectures and stuff that we had, and I said, I trust you guys to get me to like this PhD program, and so I'll do anything you guys tell me to do. So I just like, I participated in like all the Mellon events that I could, and met more people, like got excited. And at the summer program, they told us about IRT, the Institute for the Recruitment of Teachers. And so I applied to that program and got it. And that's how I applied to about, I think, like 9 or 10 graduate schools, which nobody needs to do. I just, again, this is the old world, the like push, like have to do all the most, whatever. But I used the research that I had been working on with Mellon. Like, I was really working in some like, in a kind of like a niche subject. So it was a little difficult to really kind of put it together, but I was able to like create a writing sample, which I was pretty proud of, and it was kind of like my senior thesis too. But
I remember meeting you on campus, and I was like, "Hey, Jack, writing sample. I gotta go." You was so intense. Like, how long was it? You took it real serious.
Literally on crack. You're like not the first friend who told me I was like not okay, and I like part of it. I'm like, that's also my Virgo energy. Like, don't even like, that's just me in general.
You're a Virgo?
I'm a Virgo moon.
Oh, okay.
Okay. No, I'm a Pisces.
I'm a Virgo sun. I'm a Virgo sun. I'm a moon Sag. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Awesome. Good. Yes. Come on. That's a beautiful name. But my writing sample was pretty all right. Like, I think that, my main school that I wanted to go to, or the school that I thought I wanted to go to, was UCLA. And I went to a summer program there, like got really involved, like did the whole 9 yards, like really trying to like make sure that I could like secure a place there. And, but it didn't work out, which was odd. But again, I kind of like question the validity of all Western institutions of higher education. You know what I mean now? So I don't really care. But my dad was really pushing UC Santa Cruz because he really, he like a lot of his formative years were in the midst of like the civil rights. Like he was really into like, or not. He grew up like in the like he was like a teen in the civil rights movement, and then was like a college student in like the 70s. And so he was really like on the like Black Power wave and blah, blah, blah. And Santa Cruz was founded in 1965 kind of to, you know, in the civil rights tradition, like trying to kind of like create a school that would be extremely diverse. And so that's really what sold me. I was like, oh yeah, like I'm into like this like radical school, like the culture, like everybody's always saying that it's very radical and stuff. And when I visited, it had like a gorgeous campus, and I just felt like I could get so much inspiration from the city and from the little town and from the campus and everything. So I really fell in love with it. And fortunately, I didn't think I was going to be able to go there though when I was applying, because I knew that like the money situation was going to be a little weird. But fortunately, I got a full funding fellowship there. And they were going to pay for it for 5 years and everything. And so, yeah, I was very excited about it. It was really lit until it wasn't. And then,
Okay, so let's talk about like what happened when it wasn't. Let's talk about like what was not even let's get into that yet. Let's talk about just you going from Spelman during COVID and going to UC Santa Cruz. What was that transition like?
Oh, it was a joke. It was a little so literally the weekend of my birthday was the weekend that everybody, or that the school was making a decision to like send everybody home, which was really unfortunate. So being, you know, a 2020 graduate has so many like layers. It's so like messed up psychologically, physically, like it just really kind of, and I mean, it still messes with me to this day. Like there hasn't been a moment where I'm like, oh, I'm okay. Or, I mean, I've been okay. Like I've been breathing through it. And fortunately, I'm grateful to have, you know, my life, especially with the ways that like how conniving and deep and terrible this pandemic has been. But I would definitely say that like, as I was like pushing through like the end of Spelman, I was really looking forward to Santa Cruz, and that was really what I was like holding on to. I was like, at least I can like go to graduate school. At least I'm going to be in this beautiful location. Like all like everything is going to be fine and everything.